world. From that we know that the morality observed by the monastic makes the practice of the Dharma easy. 3. Besides, the cultivation of morality by the monastic earns him an infinite discipline and the fulfillment of all the equipment for salvation. This is why the lay person likewise should leave the world in order to acquire perfect morality. 4. Besides, in the Buddha Dharma, the monastic life is extremely difficult to practice. Jambukadaka Sutra. Thus the Brahmacharin Yunfia Kia asked Sariputra, "What is most difficult in Buddhism?" Shariputra replied, "The religious life is difficult." Jambukadaka continued, "But where is the difficulty? For the monastic, compliance with the Dharma is difficult. The cultivation of all the good dharmas is difficult. This is why the religious life should be embraced." 5. Moreover, when a person becomes a monastic, King Mara, frightened and saddened, says, "The fetters will diminish in this person. They will sera-inly attain nirvana and increase the ranks of the jewel of the Samgha." 6. Moreover, in Buddhism, the monastic who violates the precepts and undergoes punishment will attain deliverance once this punishment has been undergone. Utpulvarna Jataka. The Upol Lo Hawapai Kieouni Pen Cheng King says, "When the Buddha was living in this world, this bhiksuni had become an arhati possessing the 6 superknowledges. She was dwelling in the house of a nobleman and endlessly praised the monastic life. She said to the women of this nobleman, 'Sisters, you should become nuns.' The women said to her, 'We are young and our faces are beautiful. It would be difficult for us to observe the precepts. We would violate them sometimes.' The bhiksuni answered, 'Just become nuns and, as for violating the precepts, violate them.' They said, 'But if we break the precepts, we will fall into hell. Why could we violate them? As for falling into hell, fall into hell.' The nobleman's women made fun of Utpulvarna and said to her, 'In hell one suffers punishment. Why should we fall into hell?' The bhiksuni replied, 'I remember my previous lives. Once I was an actress and I told old stories in all kinds of costumes. One day as a joke, I put on the robes of a novice nun, and because of that, at the time of the Buddha Kasyapa, I myself became a bhiksuni. Proud of my noble lineage and my beauty, I developed pride and violated the precepts. As punishment for this, I fell into hell and there I suffered all kinds of punishment. Once the expiation was over, I met the Buddha Sakyamuni. I became a nun and now I possess the 6 superknowledges. Know then that by becoming a monastic and taking the precepts, even if one breaks them subsequently, one will attain arhathood thanks to them. But if one is content to commit sins without having taken the precepts, one will never attain the path. And so, from very early times, from one lifetime to the next, I fell into hell. When I came out of hell, I was an evil man and, when this evil man died, he fell into hell again, and all that without the least benefit. Know then that the monastic who has taken the precepts, even if he breaks them subsequently, will nevertheless obtain the fruit of the path thanks to them." Ordination of an intoxicated Brahmin. While the Buddha was at Tche Hoan, a drunk Brahmin approached him and asked to become a bhiksu. The Buddha ordered Ananda to shave his head and give him the monk's robes. When his intoxication had worn off, the Brahmin was frightened, did not want to be a bhiksu any longer and fled. The monks asked the Buddha, "Why did you allow this drunk Brahmin to become a bhiksu?" The Buddha replied, "For numberless kalpas, this Brahmin did not even have the idea of becoming a monastic. Today, as a result of his drunkenness, he made a small resolution thanks to which, later, he will leave the world and obtain the path. For all of these reasons, the religious life has many benefits and this is why the lay person, even though he has the 5-fold discipline is not like a monastic. The discipline of the monastic is of 4 kinds, namely, the discipline of the sramanera and the sramanerika, that of the siksamana, that of the bhiksuni and, finally, that of the bhiksu. 2. Morality of the sramanera. How do the sramaneras and sramanerikas take the precepts when they leave the world? The lay person who wishes to leave the world should find 2 masters. I. A preceptor, 2. A tutor. The upadhyaya will take the place of father for him and the acharya, that of mother. Since he is abandoning his natural parents, he must seek parents in the religious life. Having put on the yellow robes and having cut one's hair and beard, with his 2 hands he should grasp the feet of his upadhyaya. Why grasp the feet? In India, it is the custom to grasp the feet as a sign of respect and supreme veneration. The acharya should teach him the 10 rules according to the ordination rite. It is the same for the sramanerika except that in place of a bhiksu she has a bhiksuni as upadhyayaka. 3. Morality of the siksamana. The siksamana pledges to observe the 6 rules for 2 years. Question. The sramanera, possessor of the 10 precepts, is able to directly take the full discipline of the bhiksu without passing through an intermediate stage. Why must the sramanerika, in the career of the bhiksuni, go through a stage of siksamana in order to take the full discipline of the bhiksuni later? Answer. When the Buddha was in this world, the wife of an eminent man, unknowingly pregnant, left the world and took on the full discipline, making her a bhiksuni. Subsequently, when her pregnancy became noticeable, all the nobles blamed this bhiksuni. Because of that, it was established that, for 2 years, women should practice the discipline by taking the 6 precepts of the siksamana, and only after that could they take the full discipline of the bhiksuni. Question. But if she is blameworthy, why does not the siksamana wipe out the blames in the same way as the bhiksuni? Answer. Because the siksamana has not taken the full discipline. She is like a child or a savant whom people do not blame even if they misbehave. In the siksamana, this is the taking of the 6 rules. There are 2 kinds of siksamana. I. Those who take the 6 rules when they are young girls of 18 years of age. 2. Those who take the 6 rules when they are women having 10 years of married life. 4. Morality of the bhiksuni. When a woman wants to take full ordination which will make her a bhiksuni, in the presence of the 2 assemblies, she must be furnished with the 5-fold robes, the begging bowl, a bhiksuni as preceptress and tutor, a bhiksu as master of discipline, etc. in accordance with the ordination ritual. Generally, the discipline of the bhiksuni consists of rules. In detail, of 80,000 rules. After the 3rd official proposal she obtains the immense discipline that makes her a bhiksuni. 5. Morality of the bhiksu. As for the bhiksu, he must have the 3 robes, the begging bowl, 3 masters, and a chapter of 10 monks conforming to the ordination ritual. On the whole, the discipline of the bhiksu involves rules. In detail, 80,000 rules. After the 3rd proposal, he obtains the immense discipline that makes him a bhiksu. In general, that is what is called morality or sila. End chapter 22.